Hello there, and welcome to the Sleepy Nature channel. Settle into a comfortable position now. Let your shoulders soften. Let your breathing slow in and out, gently. Tonight, we're drifting into something very close to you, something quiet, constant, and extraordinary. Tonight's story is about your eyes, not as instruments of effort or focus, but as soft, living parts of nature themselves. The eyes rest even when they are open. As you listen, notice how your eyes are resting right now. Even if they're open, they're never truly tense for long. They blink without asking you. They moisten themselves. They reset again and again, like small waves washing ashore. Your eyes are designed for rhythm, not strain. Blinking isn't a break in vision. It's a gentle reset, a pause built into being alive. Each blink is a tiny rest you rarely notice, yet it happens thousands of times a day, quietly caring for you. Light enters softly, not all at once. Your eyes don't rush light inside. They receive it gently. The pupil opens and closes like a slow breathing door, letting in just enough brightness to feel safe. In dim light, it widens, welcoming the dark. In bright light, it narrows, protecting the inner world. This movement happens without effort, like a leaf adjusting to the sun. You don't have to control it. Your eyes already know how much is enough. The eyes are made of water and calm. Most of what you call seeing happens through water. A thin layer of tears coats your eyes at all times, smoother than glass, clearer than air. This liquid surface helps light glide inward, softening the world before it reaches you. Even now, that calm layer is there, cool, balanced, renewing itself with every blink. Your eyes are never dry for long. They are self-restoring, like a quiet spring. Your eyes see gently, not sharply. Although the world feels detailed, your eyes actually see clearly only in a small central space. Everything else is softly gathered, filled in by memory, by familiarity, by calm expectation. This means your vision is naturally forgiving. It doesn't demand perfection. It allows blur. It allows softness. Your eyes were never meant to stare endlessly. They were meant to wander, to drift, to rest. Darkness is not the absence of vision. When the light fades, your eyes don't panic. They change. Special cells wake gently in the dark, noticing shapes, movement, quiet contrasts. Night vision is slower, softer, like learning a room by touch rather than sight. This is why darkness often feels calming. Your eyes shift into a listening mode. They stop demanding detail and start accepting the world as it is. The eyes are always connected to calm. Your eyes are deeply linked to your breathing. Slow breath, soft gaze. Fast breath, sharp focus. As your breathing slows now, your eyes naturally relax. The muscles around them loosen. The effort drains away. You don't need to do anything. Your body already understands this connection. The eyes remember comfort. Your eyes recognize familiar light. A warm lamp in the evening, moonlight through a window, morning glow behind closed lids. These are not just images. They are signals of safety. Your eyes have learned over a lifetime when it is okay to let go, when nothing needs watching, when rest is allowed. Seeing is slower than you think. Your eyes don't rush information to your mind. They send it gently, in pulses. Your brain weaves it into a calm picture, filling gaps with peace, not urgency. This is why stillness feels so complete. When nothing moves, your eyes can finally rest in the moment, without chasing anything at all. Even closed eyes are active in peace. When you close your eyes, they don't shut down. They drift. Soft patterns appear. Darkness breathes. The muscles release completely, as if sinking into warm water. Behind closed lids, your eyes turn inward, away from the world, toward rest. Your eyes were never meant to stay awake forever. They are designed to close, to surrender, to trust the dark. Every night, your eyes remind you that watching is optional, that awareness can soften, that the world continues even when you are not looking. So now, if your eyes are open, you may let them close. Or if they are already closed, you may let them sink deeper into that darkness. Nothing needs to be seen. Nothing needs attention. Your eyes have done enough for today. Let them rest. Let them be part of the quiet. Let sleep arrive gently, like darkness welcomed by calm, patient eyes. Your eyes are resting now, even if you don't notice it happening. They've shifted into a slower rhythm, the kind that belongs to evening. The muscles around them are no longer holding the day together. They are loosening, little by little, like hands unclenching after a long walk. Your eyes have spent hours moving, adjusting, interpreting. They followed light, faces, screens, shadows. They measured distance and shape without ever asking you for help. And now, they are ready to do something different. They are ready to be still. Inside your eyes, tiny cells are calming down. They stop reacting so quickly. They stop searching for change. The world no longer needs to be mapped or understood. It can simply exist somewhere outside while you drift inward. Your eyes are deeply connected to memory, but not loud memory, not sharp images or stories. Soft memory. The kind that feels like warmth without a picture. Like remembering how safe it feels to lie down at night. This is why your eyes often grow heavy before sleep. Not because they are weak, but because they recognize this moment. They've learned the pattern of night across your whole life. They know when it's time to let go. Behind your closed eyelids, darkness isn't empty. It's smooth. It has texture like velvet or deep water. Your eyes float in it without effort. There's no edge to focus on, no shape to hold. This absence of detail is a gift. It tells your eyes they no longer need to work. They don't have to compare, judge, or track movement. They can simply rest in being. Your eyes are also closely tied to emotion. When you feel calm, they soften. When you feel safe, they close fully without tension. Right now, safety is everywhere around you. Nothing is asking for your attention. Your eyes are allowed to disappear for a while. Not forever, just long enough for sleep to arrive. Even your tears know how to slow down. The flow becomes balanced, steady, quiet. Everything in your eyes moves toward equilibrium, the way nature always does when left alone. Your eyes were never meant to stay open through the night. They were designed to close with trust, to release the world gently, without fear of missing anything. As sleep comes closer, your eyes turn inward completely. They stop facing outward light and begin drifting through inner darkness, where nothing needs a name. You don't need to imagine anything. You don't need to visualize or think. Your eyes are already doing the work of letting go. The lids rest naturally. The space behind them grows deeper and quieter. Thoughts fade because there's nothing left to look at. And as your eyes sink into rest, your whole body follows slowly, effortlessly, guided by the oldest rhythm they know. You don't have to watch the night anymore. Your eyes are closed. And that is exactly where they belong. Your eyes have fully stepped back now. They are no longer reaching outward. They are resting in their own darkness, weightless and still. In this quiet, your eyes are no longer tools. They are simply part of you, warm, protected, and completely at ease. Nothing is required of them anymore. Behind your closed lids, everything slows. There is no distance to measure, no brightness to adjust to. The muscles around your eyes soften even more, as if melting gently downward. Your eyes are surrounded by small muscles that have learned patience. They know how to relax completely. They release one tiny layer at a time until there is no effort left at all. This is why the face feels smooth before sleep. The forehead loosens. The space between your brows clears. Your eyes sink slightly deeper into rest, as if settling into a familiar place they visit every night. Your eyes are safe here. They are shielded from light, from movement, from urgency. The world outside can continue without you watching it. Nothing important will be missed. Even dreams begin far away from your eyes. They don't need images yet. They start as feelings, slow and soft, like ripples forming before you ever see the water move. Your eyes don't rush into dreams. They wait. They float. They allow sleep to come to them. The nerves behind your eyes are calming too. Signals slow. Messages grow quieter. The constant stream of information fades into a gentle hum. Then into silence. This silence is not empty. It is full of rest. Your eyes have learned over many nights that closing is an act of trust. Each time they close, they tell the body it's okay to let go. It's okay to drift. It's okay to stop holding the day together. And now, everything is following that signal. Breathing is slower. The body is heavier. Thoughts are softer and less defined. Your eyes remain closed without effort, as if they could stay this way forever. There is no need to open them again tonight. Sleep is already close, moving quietly, like a shadow without shape. Your eyes rest. Your mind follows, and the night gently takes over, without sound, without light, without asking anything from you at all. Your eyes are no longer aware of themselves. They have faded into the background, like a quiet room you've already left. There is no urge to open them, no curiosity pulling them back to the surface. They rest in complete permission, free from responsibility. The darkness behind your eyelids feels deeper now, not heavy, not empty, just wide and calm, like a night sky without stars. Your eyes are still, but your rest is active in a gentle way. Tiny repairs happen silently. Moisture balances, nerves soften and reset, nothing rushes. Everything takes the time it needs. Your eyes no longer send clear pictures to your mind. Images dissolve before they form. Thoughts lose their edges because there is nothing to focus on. This is how sleep begins, not suddenly, but by letting go of sight first. Your eyes were the doorway to the day. Now, they are the doorway to rest. With them closed, your mind no longer needs to track the world. It can drift instead, unnoticed, unmeasured. The space behind your eyes grows warmer, more distant, like sinking slowly into a pillow that remembers the shape of your face. You're no longer looking at anything. You're simply being carried. Even if a thought appears, it passes through, without an image to hold it. It softens, then fades. Your eyes remain closed without effort, without intention. They have become part of the night itself. And somewhere between this stillness and the next breath, sleep quietly arrives. Not announced, not dramatic, just present. Your eyes stay closed. Your awareness thins. The world disappears gently, and rest takes its place. Your eyes are deep in rest now, so deep that they no longer feel like eyes at all. They are simply part of the quiet that has settled over you. There is no boundary between your eyelids and the darkness behind them. Everything has blended into one soft, uninterrupted calm. Your eyes are still doing something important. Even now, they are healing. They are restoring balance in ways you will never have to notice. Tiny movements smooth the surface. Gentle signals confirm that everything is safe, steady, and unchanging. There is no effort anywhere in your face. Your jaw is loose. Your brow is smooth. Your eyes sit comfortably in their natural place, as if they have finally returned home. At this stage of the night, your eyes no longer belong to the world of waking. They are no longer connected to time, light, or distance. They are connected only to rest, to the slow rhythm that carries you away from thought. The darkness behind your eyes feels endless, but not in a way that feels large or overwhelming. It feels close and protective, like being wrapped gently from the inside. Your eyes no longer try to interpret anything. They don't search for meaning. They don't expect change. They simply exist in stillness, and that stillness spreads. Your mind follows the lead of your eyes. Without images to anchor thoughts, thinking becomes unnecessary. Ideas loosen, unravel, and disappear before they can become words. This is the kind of rest your eyes were designed for. Long before screens, long before artificial light, your eyes learned this rhythm under night skies and firelight. Close, release, trust. That ancient memory is still there, and your eyes remember it perfectly. Your breathing moves gently through you now, and your eyes respond by staying closed without effort. They do not flutter, they do not strain. They remain settled, as if sleep itself is holding them in place. You are no longer aware of where you are. The room has faded. The edges of your body have softened. And your eyes, once the bridge between you and the world, have stepped completely aside. There is nothing left to observe, nothing left to notice, nothing left to do. Your eyes rest, your mind drifts, and the night continues quietly around you while you move deeper into sleep. Guided gently by the calm, patient darkness your eyes have always known how to trust. Your eyes are far beyond the need to close now. They are no longer an action you take. They are a state you are in. There is no sensation of lids or lashes, no sense of effort holding anything shut. Your eyes have dissolved into rest so completely that they feel like silence itself. The darkness behind them has grown softer, thicker, more comforting. Not a void, but a gentle space where nothing can disturb you. Your eyes are no longer connected to the idea of watching. They are no longer waiting for morning. They are resting outside of time. Deep inside, the nerves that once carried light and color have slowed to the quietest rhythm. Signals fade into calm. Awareness thins like mist at night. Your eyes no longer send messages forward. They receive only one message now, over and over, steady and reassuring. You are safe. You are allowed to rest. This message spreads from your eyes to your mind, to your breath, to every part of your body. Your thoughts no longer have images to attach to. Without images, they lose their shape. Without shape, they drift away. If something tries to form, it softens instantly, as if touched by warm water. Nothing sharp can exist here. Your eyes have guided you to this place many times before. Every night of your life, they have known exactly how to do this. They close the door gently, then step aside. You don't need to follow anything anymore. There is no path. There is only sinking into comfort, sinking into stillness, sinking into the deep, quiet layer of rest that waits patiently beneath every day. Your eyes remain peaceful and unmoving, not because you are holding them closed, but because there is no reason to open them. Sleep is no longer approaching. It has arrived. It surrounds you quietly, like darkness settling into a familiar room. Your eyes stay where they are, resting without thought, without effort, without awareness. And in this calm, with nothing left to see, nothing left to notice, you drift fully into sleep, carried gently by the night, your eyes at rest, your mind quiet, your whole being finally still. Your eyes are now completely surrendered to sleep, so deeply that even the idea of sight has faded. They are no longer resting because they are tired. They are resting because this is where they belong. There is no sense of closing or opening anymore. No transition, no moment to mark. Your eyes exist in a steady, uninterrupted stillness, as if they have always been here. Behind them, darkness has softened into something almost warm, not black, not empty, more like a gentle depth with no edges, a place where nothing presses in and nothing pulls away. Your eyes are no longer connected to the passing of time. Minutes and hours have no meaning here. There is only a slow, even rhythm that continues on its own, without your attention. The smallest movements inside your eyes are quiet now. Repair happens without sensation. Balance returns without effort. Everything that worked all day is gently recalibrating, guided by patterns older than thought. Your eyes remember this place. They have come here every night since you were very small. Before words, before memory, before understanding, your eyes learned how to rest like this. That memory lives deep inside them. It does not need to be recalled. It simply activates when the world falls away. The connection between your eyes and your mind has loosened. There is no clear boundary anymore. Thought does not lead. Vision does not follow. Everything has slowed into one quiet field of rest. If a fragment of thought appears, it has no image to cling to. It cannot take shape. It dissolves almost instantly, like breath in cool night air. Your eyes are no longer guiding you into sleep. They have already completed their role. Now, they remain still, holding the calm steady. The space around your eyes feels heavier, not with weight, but with comfort, like being gently held from the inside. Your face is completely neutral now, not smiling, not tense, simply at rest, the way it looks when no one is watching and nothing is expected. Your eyes are safe behind closed lids, shielded from light, shielded from motion, shielded from interruption. There is no anticipation of morning, no sense of later. Sleep is not something that will happen. It is what is happening. Your eyes no longer distinguish between inner and outer worlds. There is only quiet awareness, and even that is thinning. Breath moves slowly, the body sinks deeper, and your eyes remain unchanged, perfectly still, perfectly content. The night feels wide and gentle. It does not demand anything from you. It does not move quickly. It simply exists, and your eyes rest within it. If there is darkness, it is friendly. If there is silence, it is full. Nothing here needs interpretation. Your eyes have let go of control completely. They do not monitor. They do not check. They do not respond. They trust the night. They trust sleep. They trust that nothing needs to be seen. This trust spreads everywhere, into your neck, into your shoulders, into your chest, and arms, into your legs and feet. Everything follows the example your eyes have set. They rest. They remain closed without awareness. They remain peaceful without effort. And as this deep rest continues, there is no moment of crossing into sleep, no border to pass. There is only the quiet continuation of this gentle, unbroken stillness, where your eyes stay at rest and you drift deeper and deeper into the calm that has always been waiting for you. Your eyes are resting so deeply now that even rest itself feels distant. They have moved beyond sensation, beyond awareness, beyond the idea of doing anything at all. They exist in a quiet state that does not need maintenance, a stillness that holds itself. There is no pressure behind your eyelids, no flicker, no urge. Your eyes are perfectly balanced, as if suspended in calm water, supported from every side. The darkness behind them is no longer something you notice. It has become neutral, familiar, almost invisible, like the feeling of air around your skin, present but not demanding attention. Your eyes have stopped sending signals that shape thoughts. Without those signals, the mind loosens further. Thinking no longer forms lines or sequences. It becomes a slow drifting, then something even softer than that. Your eyes once worked tirelessly to interpret the world. They translated light into meaning, movement into awareness, faces into emotion. Now they are free from that responsibility. They rest the way nature rests, without explanation, without effort, without concern for time. Inside your eyes, the smallest systems continue quietly. Cells renew themselves. Moisture redistributes evenly. Everything aligns with a rhythm older than you, older than memory. Your eyes do not feel small anymore. They feel spacious, as if the space behind them has opened outward, wide and gentle. This spaciousness is not visual. There are no images. It is a feeling of openness without direction, a calm that has no center. Your eyes no longer belong to your face. They belong to sleep. They have been absorbed into it completely. There is no difference now between closing your eyes and simply being unaware of them. They are no longer something you can locate. They are just part of the quiet. Breathing continues at its own pace. Your chest rises and falls slowly, and your eyes respond by staying exactly as they are, undisturbed. The muscles around them are fully released. There is no holding, no guarding, no readiness. Your eyes trust that nothing will intrude. They trust the night completely. Even the idea of next has no meaning here. Time does not move forward in this space. It spreads outward, thin and quiet until it disappears. Your eyes do not anticipate dreams. They do not prepare images. They remain empty in the most peaceful way. If dreams come, they will arrive gently, without needing your eyes at all. They will rise from somewhere deeper, where vision is not required. Your eyes stay closed without effort, without instruction, without awareness. They are no longer part of a process. They are part of a state. Everything that once needed watching has been released. The world continues on its own, far away, unobserved. Your eyes remain where they are, perfectly still, perfectly at ease. And as this stillness deepens even further, there's nothing left to notice, nothing left to soften, nothing left to release. Your eyes rest in complete silence, and you sink with them deeper and deeper into uninterrupted sleep, where awareness fades naturally, and the night holds you without ever asking you to see it. Your eyes are resting at a depth where even language no longer reaches them. They are beyond instruction, beyond guidance, beyond awareness. They have settled into a quiet layer of being that does not respond to words, yet remains perfectly at peace within them. There is no sense of position anymore. Your eyes are not up or down, left or right. They are nowhere in particular, and because of that, they feel completely free. The darkness behind your eyelids has become uniform and smooth. It does not change. It does not move. It does not invite attention. It simply exists as a calm background where nothing stands out. Your eyes no longer signal the passing of moments. They are no longer part of time. They rest outside of sequence, outside of before and after. Long ago, your eyes learned this place, not as a memory, but as a natural state, a state they return to without effort, night after night, whenever the world no longer needs to be seen. Inside your eyes, the smallest adjustments have finished. Everything has reached equilibrium. There is no more settling to do, no fine-tuning required. Everything is exactly as it should be. Your eyes are no longer separate from the rest of your body. They are not leading. They are not following. They are simply included in the overall stillness that has taken over. The boundary between thought and sensation has dissolved. There are no clear thoughts now, no sensations that ask to be noticed, just a soft, even presence that does not ask questions. Your eyes do not anticipate anything. They do not wait for dreams. They do not expect morning. Expectation has faded completely. There is no curiosity left, no alertness, no readiness. Your eyes have released every form of vigilance. If there is awareness at all, it is diffuse and gentle, spread so thin that it no longer feels like awareness. It feels more like being held in a quiet place where nothing can disturb you. Your eyes remain closed, not because they are shut, but because opening them no longer exists as a possibility. The idea has lost its meaning. Breathing continues far away, slow and steady, but even that feels distant now. The body breathes, the eyes rest, and you do not need to be present for either. Your eyes have fully handed control to sleep. They are no longer involved. They do not participate. They simply remain, peaceful and still. This stillness has no edge. It does not deepen suddenly. It does not change direction. It remains constant, like a calm night that stretches endlessly without variation. Your eyes do not notice this constancy. They are part of it. There is no effort anywhere, not behind the eyes, not in the face, not in the mind. Effort has completely disappeared. The night holds your eyes gently, without pressure, without weight, without intention. Nothing enters, nothing leaves, nothing needs to happen. Your eyes rest in perfect neutrality, and you rest with them, fully immersed in sleep, so deep and steady that even the idea of drifting has stopped. There is only this quiet continuation, this unbroken calm, where your eyes remain at rest and you remain asleep, held securely in the stillness of the night, without seeing, without thinking, without awareness, exactly as nature intended. Your eyes are now resting in a place so deep that even stillness feels settled. Nothing is arriving. Nothing is leaving. There is no movement to follow and no pause to notice. Everything has already become quiet. Your eyes are no longer part of a body that is falling asleep. They are part of a body that is asleep. They have crossed that soft, unmarked threshold without effort, the way night arrives without announcing itself. There is no sensation of darkness anymore. Darkness has blended into neutrality. It is neither present nor absent. It simply is. Your eyes do not register comfort or discomfort. They do not register anything at all. They are resting in perfect balance, where nothing pulls and nothing presses. If time still exists somewhere, your eyes are no longer aware of it. They are not waiting for the next moment. They are not holding the previous one. They exist outside of sequence in a long, continuous now that does not change. Your eyes once responded to the smallest flicker of light. They once noticed shadows, movement, color. Now, even the memory of those responses has faded. There is no reflex left to activate. The muscles that once guided your gaze are completely released. They have no tone, no tension, no instruction. They rest the way they were always meant to rest, without direction. Your eyes are not guarding anything. They are not monitoring your surroundings. They are not checking for safety. Safety is assumed. Safety is everywhere. This sense of safety is not a thought. It is not a feeling. It is a condition, the natural condition of deep sleep. Your eyes have become invisible to you. If you tried to locate them, there would be nothing to find. They have dissolved into the background of rest. Breathing continues somewhere far below awareness. The heart continues its slow, steady rhythm. But your eyes are no longer connected to these processes. They do not respond. They do not participate. They simply remain at rest. There is no curiosity left in the system, no alertness waiting to be triggered, no readiness held in reserve. Everything that could be activated has been powered down. Your eyes do not dream yet, and they do not resist dreams either. They are neutral, open to nothing, closed to nothing. If images appear later, they will arise from somewhere deeper than vision. Your eyes will not need to assist. They will remain still, unmoved. The space behind your eyes feels vast, but not in a way that suggests distance. It is vast like silence is vast, without edges, without depth, without direction. Your eyes rest in this silence without awareness. They are not aware of resting. They are not aware of silence. They are simply present within it. There is no effort left to release, no layer left to soften. Everything has already reached its most relaxed state. The night holds your eyes gently, not as something separate, but as part of the whole. They are included in the same calm that holds your body, your mind, your breath. Nothing will disturb this. Nothing is trying to change it. Nothing is moving toward you. Your eyes remain closed, not as an action, not as a choice, but as a fact. And in this fact, sleep continues uninterrupted, smooth and steady, without dreams yet, without thought, without awareness. Your eyes stay exactly where they are, resting in perfect stillness, while the night stretches on quietly around you, holding you in a deep, even sleep that requires nothing from you at all. Your eyes remain exactly where they are, resting so deeply that even the idea of rest has faded. There is no longer a sense of sinking or drifting. That movement has completed itself. What remains is a steady, unmoving calm that does not change. Your eyes are not waiting for anything now. They are not between states. They are fully inside sleep, settled and complete. Nothing is unfinished. There is no awareness of eyelids or lashes, no sense of surface or depth. Your eyes are not something you possess in this moment. They are simply part of the quiet that surrounds everything. The darkness that once felt noticeable has thinned into neutrality. It has no color, no texture, no quality that stands out. It is just the absence of stimulation, and that absence feels natural. Your eyes do not react to internal signals anymore. They do not respond to breath or heartbeat. They are no longer connected to the flow of sensation. They rest independently, perfectly undisturbed. Long ago, before you learned to interpret the world, your eyes already knew this state. They knew how to disappear into rest, how to stop responding, how to let go completely. That knowledge never left them. It has been there every night, quietly guiding this moment, without effort, without instruction. Your eyes have stopped distinguishing between inside and outside. There is no inner darkness and outer world. There is only a continuous field of calm where nothing is separated. Even the sense of being asleep is gone now. There is no label for what is happening, no awareness that anything is happening at all. Your eyes are not closed to anything. They are closed within sleep itself. They are part of it, not observers of it. If the body shifts slightly, your eyes do not notice. If a sound exists somewhere far away, your eyes do not respond. They are not part of alertness anymore. The muscles that once moved your gaze have no tone left to release. They are completely neutral, neither active nor inactive, simply at rest. Your eyes are not protecting you. They are not monitoring safety. They trust completely that nothing is required. This trust is not conscious. It is built into the system. It is the default state when sleep is deep enough. Your eyes have become invisible within your experience. There is no sense of their presence, no sense of their absence. They have blended fully into the background of rest. Time does not move forward here. It does not loop. It does not pause. It simply does not register. Your eyes do not measure duration. They do not anticipate waking. They do not hold on to the night. They remain exactly as they are, unchanging. If dreams come later, they will not disturb this stillness. They will float somewhere deeper, leaving your eyes untouched, resting. For now, there are no images, no movement, no transitions, just this even, uninterrupted quiet. Your eyes are held gently within sleep, not as something separate, but as part of the whole state of rest that surrounds you completely. Nothing needs to be softened. Nothing needs to be released. Nothing needs to be guided. Your eyes have finished their work. They rest without awareness, without sensation, without any need to change. And so sleep continues, smooth and steady, without waves or shifts, holding you in the same calm stillness, while your eyes remain exactly where they are, perfectly at rest, as the night moves on quietly without you needing to see it. Your eyes remain resting in the same quiet place, unchanged and undisturbed. There is no sensation telling you that time is passing. Sleep is no longer something you are entering. It is the state you are fully inside. Your eyes do not recognize night or morning. They do not know how long they have been closed. They are free from duration, free from measurement, free from sequence. The space where your eyes rest is perfectly even. Nothing sharp exists here, nothing bright, nothing that asks for attention. It is a soft, continuous calm that does not ripple. Your eyes are no longer part of a system that reacts. They do not tighten. They do not adjust. They do not respond. They remain exactly as they are, settled beyond change. Any remaining awareness has thinned so much that it can no longer gather itself into thought. There are no images forming, no words assembling, no direction for attention to follow. Your eyes have withdrawn completely from the surface of experience. They are resting in the deepest layer where nothing reaches. The body continues its quiet work far away from this place. Breath moves gently. The heart maintains its steady rhythm. But your eyes are not involved. They do not listen. They do not respond. They exist in a state that does not require participation. They are resting without awareness of rest, still without awareness of stillness. If a dream begins somewhere else, your eyes remain untouched by it. They do not create images. They do not observe. They stay neutral, protected within sleep. The idea of opening your eyes has no meaning here. It cannot form. It cannot be imagined. It does not belong to this depth. Your eyes are no longer guarding the boundary between you and the world. That boundary has dissolved. There is no inside. There is no outside. There is only uninterrupted rest. This rest does not deepen anymore. It does not shift. It does not progress. It remains steady and complete, like a calm sea without waves. Your eyes remain exactly where they are, without sensation, without intention, without awareness. Nothing arrives to disturb them. Nothing leaves to create absence. Everything is balanced, finished, whole. Sleep continues in this quiet, even way, holding you gently without movement, without sound, without image. Your eyes rest within it completely, and there is nothing left to notice, nothing left to release, nothing left to guide. Only this deep, steady stillness remains, and within it, your eyes stay at rest while the night passes silently without ever needing to be seen. Your eyes remain settled in the same deep quiet, unchanged and untouched by anything around them. There is no signal reaching them now, no request, no invitation to respond. They rest in a place where nothing arrives. The sense of having eyes at all has faded. There is no awareness of shape or position, no feeling of lids or space behind them. They have dissolved into the larger stillness that holds everything. This stillness does not feel empty. It feels complete, like something that is finished arranging itself and no longer needs adjustment. Your eyes are part of that completeness. There is no longer a center to your experience, no point where attention gathers. Awareness has spread thin and wide until it no longer feels like awareness at all. Your eyes are not drifting. They are not sinking. They are not floating. All movement has ended. They remain perfectly where they are. The darkness that once felt noticeable has become indistinguishable from rest itself. It is not seen. It is not felt. It simply exists as the absence of disturbance. Your eyes no longer belong to a face or even to a body. They belong to sleep, and sleep holds them effortlessly. Nothing inside your eyes is tense. Nothing is waiting. Nothing is prepared to act. Every layer has relaxed to its natural state. The tiny systems that once adjusted to light and motion are quiet now, not paused, not stopped, just settled into the rhythm that requires no attention. Your eyes do not know where you are. They do not know what surrounds you. They do not need to. That information has become irrelevant. There is no curiosity left behind them, no subtle alertness, no background scanning. Everything that once watched the world has stepped aside completely. Your eyes have returned to a state older than memory, a state they knew before learning how to see, before learning how to focus, before learning how to stay open. This state is not fragile. It does not need protection. It cannot be interrupted easily. It is stable, steady, and self-sustaining. Even the sense of resting has faded now. Your eyes are not resting from something. They are simply existing in their natural quiet. There is no contrast here, no light against dark, no movement against stillness. Everything is even, balanced, smooth. Your eyes do not recognize silence, because silence implies sound that could return. What surrounds them now has no opposite. It is simply the way things are. If the world shifts somewhere far away, your eyes remain untouched. If time continues to move, your eyes do not follow it. They stay exactly as they are. There is no sense of holding on, no sense of letting go. Both have finished. Your eyes are not closed tightly or loosely. They are not held shut. They are simply no longer open. The distinction has disappeared. Breath continues without calling attention to itself. The body remains supported without effort. But your eyes are no longer connected to these sensations. They rest independently, perfectly neutral. The mind does not look through them anymore. It does not look at all. It has followed your eyes into this deep, quiet layer where nothing needs to be processed. Thought has no place to form here. Images cannot assemble. Words do not gather. Everything dissolves before it begins. Your eyes have become part of the night itself, not the visible night, but the deep internal night where awareness softens completely. There is no anticipation of waking, no hint of morning, no background sense of time returning. Those ideas cannot reach this depth. Your eyes remain steady and unchanged, as if held in place by the calm itself. They do not drift upward or downward. They remain exactly where they are. This place does not deepen further. It does not need to. It is already complete. Nothing is missing. Nothing is about to happen. Nothing needs to resolve. Your eyes are fully absorbed into sleep, and sleep holds them without effort, without movement, without awareness. The night continues quietly somewhere beyond this stillness, but your eyes do not follow it. They remain resting in this uninterrupted calm, untouched by change, untouched by time. And so everything stays exactly as it is, steady, quiet, whole, with your eyes at rest, and you remaining deeply asleep, held gently in a silence that does not ask to be seen and never needs to end. Your eyes remain resting in the same deep, unchanging quiet. Nothing has shifted. Nothing needs to. There is no sensation telling you where your eyes are, no sense of their shape or position. They have faded into the background so completely that even the idea of background feels unnecessary. Sleep has settled into a steady state now, not deepening, not lightening, simply continuing, smooth and uninterrupted. Your eyes are no longer connected to effort of any kind. They are not relaxing anymore because there is nothing left to relax. Every layer has already reached its most natural stillness. The space behind your eyes feels neither wide nor narrow. It has no dimension that can be measured. It exists without contrast, and because of that, it feels perfectly calm. Your eyes do not react to inner changes. They do not notice breath. They do not notice heartbeat. They do not notice warmth or coolness. All sensation has moved somewhere else far from this place. Your eyes are resting in a state that does not require awareness to maintain. It holds itself. It remains stable without attention. If time is passing, your eyes are not part of it. They are not aware of sequence or duration. They exist outside of moments, outside of transitions. There is no anticipation left in your system. Nothing is waiting for the next thing to happen. Nothing is holding space for change. Your eyes are not guarding the edge of consciousness anymore. That edge has dissolved. There is no boundary to protect. Thought does not approach this place. It cannot form here. There is nothing for it to attach to. Images cannot assemble. They dissolve before taking shape. Your eyes do not participate in them. Your eyes are no longer part of perception. They are part of rest itself. They have merged fully with sleep. The darkness that once felt present has become irrelevant. It no longer has a quality. It no longer has a name. Your eyes do not experience this as darkness. They experience nothing at all, and that nothing feels complete. Your face remains smooth and still, but even that sensation is far away now. The idea of a face does not register here. Your eyes are not heavy. They are not light. They are not closed tightly or loosely. Those distinctions have disappeared. Breathing continues somewhere distant, but it does not pull your eyes back toward awareness. The body is breathing for itself now. Your eyes do not belong to waking or sleeping anymore. They belong only to this steady, neutral state where nothing changes. This state does not deepen. It does not resolve. It simply remains. If something stirs elsewhere in the mind, it does not reach your eyes. They remain untouched, perfectly still. Your eyes have settled into the same quiet rhythm that exists deep in nature at night, when nothing moves and nothing needs to. There is no vigilance here, no alertness waiting to return, no readiness held in reserve. Your eyes have released every responsibility. They are not watching. They are not protecting. They are not preparing. They are resting in the most complete way possible. The sense of you has softened even further now, not fading, not disappearing, just no longer defined. Your eyes do not locate themselves within this softness. They are part of it. Nothing arrives. Nothing departs. Nothing needs to be noticed. Sleep continues in this smooth, uninterrupted way, without waves, without edges, without change. Your eyes remain exactly as they are, fully absorbed into rest, while the night moves quietly on, far beyond awareness, without ever needing to be seen. Your eyes remain in the same quiet condition, unchanged and effortless. There is no sensation reminding you that they exist. They have blended fully into the calm that surrounds everything. Sleep has settled into a wide, even stillness now. It does not move forward. It does not drift. It simply stays steady and complete. Your eyes are no longer resting from anything. They are not recovering. They are not resetting. They are simply existing in their most natural state. There is no tension left behind them, no fine adjustments happening, no subtle movements to notice. Everything has already reached balance. The space where your eyes are feels neutral and smooth. It has no texture that stands out, no temperature that draws attention. It feels like being held gently without contact. Your eyes are no longer linked to awareness. Awareness itself has softened and spread so thin that it no longer gathers anywhere. There is no point of focus now, no center, no edge. Everything feels evenly quiet. Your eyes do not register silence, because silence implies sound that could return. What exists here has no opposite. It is simply the absence of disturbance. The idea of opening your eyes cannot form here. It has no meaning. It belongs to a different state, far above this depth. Your eyes have stepped completely out of responsibility. They are not involved in checking or noticing or responding. They trust this state completely, not as a thought, but as a built-in knowing. Long before you learned words or images, your eyes already knew how to rest like this. They learned it under darkness, under quiet, under the steady rhythm of night. That knowledge has returned now, without effort, without guidance. Your eyes remain still even if the body shifts slightly. They remain unchanged even if the breath deepens or slows. They are independent of sensation. The mind does not look through them anymore. It does not look at all. It has followed your eyes into this calm where nothing needs interpretation. Thought cannot stay here. If it approaches, it dissolves instantly without leaving a trace. Images cannot assemble. They fade before they begin. Your eyes do not support them. Your eyes are not waiting for dreams. They are not preparing anything. They remain neutral and untouched. If dreams come later, they will pass through a deeper layer, leaving your eyes perfectly still. There is no awareness of the room, no sense of direction, no feeling of position. Those concepts have lost their relevance. Your eyes do not know where you are. They do not need to. They are resting in a place that does not change, and because of that, there is nothing to track. Time does not stretch or compress here. It simply does not appear. Your eyes are outside of it. The night continues somewhere beyond this stillness, but your eyes do not follow it. They remain exactly as they are, unchanged. There is no deeper to go, no next stage to reach. Everything has already settled. Your eyes are held gently within sleep, not as something separate, but as part of the same calm that holds your body and mind. Nothing pulls at them. Nothing pushes. Nothing invites response. They remain steady, quiet, complete. And so sleep continues without interruption, smooth and even, without images, without thought, without awareness. Your eyes stay at rest in this uninterrupted calm, while the night moves silently around you, never asking to be seen, never needing attention, allowing everything to remain exactly as it is. Your eyes remain exactly as they are, resting in a quiet that does not shift or deepen. Nothing is changing now. Nothing needs to. There is no sensation of being asleep and no awareness of having fallen asleep. Those ideas belong to lighter places. Your eyes are resting beyond them. They are not floating. They are not sinking. They are not held in place by effort or gravity. They simply are, stable and unmoving. The space where your eyes rest has no features, no highlights, no shadows, no contrast to notice. It feels smooth in the way calm feels smooth, without edges or texture. Your eyes no longer connect to identity. There is no sense of my eyes here. There is no sense of me looking out. That relationship has softened and dissolved. Sleep is no longer something that surrounds you. It is not something you're inside. It is simply the state of everything now, and your eyes are fully included in it. There is no awareness of breath moving in and out. Breathing happens on its own, far from this place. Your eyes do not listen for it. They do not follow it. There is no awareness of the body resting on anything. No sense of contact, no sense of position. Those signals do not reach this depth. Your eyes are not responding to comfort or discomfort. They are not measuring safety. They are not checking for changes. They have released all monitoring completely. The stillness here is not fragile. It does not need protection. It does not depend on silence or darkness. It holds itself steady and unbroken. Your eyes rest within this stillness without effort, without intention, without any trace of alertness. Thought does not approach. It cannot take shape here. There is no structure for it to attach to. If it tries to appear, it fades instantly, as if it were never there. Images cannot form. They dissolve before becoming visible. Your eyes are not involved in seeing of any kind. Your eyes are not waiting for dreams. They are not preparing images for later. They remain neutral, untouched, still. If dreams pass through somewhere deeper, your eyes remain unchanged. They do not participate. They are not required. There is no sense of direction here, no forward, no backward, no sense of next or before. Time has no place to land. Your eyes do not measure duration. They do not anticipate waking. They do not hold the night. They remain exactly as they are. This place does not deepen further. It does not transition. It simply continues, smooth and even, without variation. Your eyes have finished every task they were given today. They are no longer needed. They are allowed to disappear into rest. There is no awareness of closing or opening. That distinction no longer exists. Your eyes are simply no longer open. The night continues quietly, somewhere far away, but your eyes do not follow it. They do not track it. They do not respond to it. They remain steady, unchanging, at rest. There is nothing to release now, nothing to soften, nothing to guide. Everything has already settled into its final state for the night. Your eyes rest without awareness, and you remain deeply asleep, held gently in this uninterrupted calm where nothing happens, nothing changes, and nothing needs to be seen. Your eyes remain resting in the same complete quiet, untouched by change. There is no signal reaching them now that could invite movement or response. They are fully withdrawn from awareness, settled into a state that does not fluctuate. There is no sensation of depth anymore, no sense of being deeper or lighter. Those ideas have dissolved. Your eyes are resting in a place where comparison no longer exists. Sleep has become uniform and steady, not layered, not moving, just present, the same in every direction. Your eyes are not aware of rest. They're not aware of stillness. They're not aware of anything at all. And in this absence of awareness, everything feels complete. The space behind your eyes has no boundaries. It does not feel large or small. It has no orientation. It is simply neutral, calm, and uninterrupted. Your eyes do not register silence, because silence suggests something that could end. What surrounds them now has no beginning and no ending. It simply continues. There is no longer any connection between your eyes and attention. Attention has dissolved completely. There is nowhere for it to gather, nothing for it to rest on. Your eyes are not separate from the rest of you. They are not distinct. They are part of a single, quiet state that holds everything evenly. If the body adjusts slightly, your eyes remain unchanged. If the breath shifts, your eyes remain untouched. They are independent of sensation. There is no awareness of being supported by anything, no sense of lying down or being held up. Those signals do not reach this depth. Your eyes have fully stepped out of participation. They are not involved in sensing. They are not involved in knowing. They are not involved in being. This is not emptiness. It is completeness without content, a calm that does not need to be filled. Your eyes are not preparing for morning. They are not aware that morning exists. They are resting outside of cycles. There is no anticipation, no background alertness, no readiness waiting beneath the surface. Your eyes have returned to a state older than memory, older than identity, older than thought. A state where nothing needs to be held together because nothing is separate. Time does not pass here. It does not slow or stretch. It does not stop. It simply does not appear. Your eyes do not measure this absence of time. They rest beyond it. There is no edge to this stillness, no place where it thins or thickens. It is the same everywhere. Your eyes remain perfectly still, not because they are held, but because movement has no meaning here. There is nothing to soften now, nothing to release, nothing to allow. everything has already arrived at rest. Your eyes remain absorbed into sleep completely, and sleep continues without interruption, without image, without thought, without awareness. The night moves quietly somewhere far away, but your eyes do not follow it. They remain exactly as they are, unchanging, steady, at rest. And in this unbroken calm, with nothing left to notice and nothing left to guide, you remain deeply asleep, held gently in a stillness that requires nothing from you and never needs to be seen. Your eyes remain resting in the same complete quiet, but now that quiet feels vast enough to hold everything without effort. There is no sense of arriving here anymore. Arrival has already happened. What remains is a steady continuation, smooth and uninterrupted. Your eyes are no longer part of any cycle of change. They do not move through stages. They do not transition from one depth to another. They rest in a state that stays exactly the same, moment after moment, without variation. There is no sensation of darkness now. Darkness has lost its identity. It is not something you notice or feel. It is simply the absence of anything that could disturb this calm. Your eyes are not aware of being closed. That idea belongs to a lighter state of mind. Here, there is no open or closed. There is only non-seeing, and even that concept has softened beyond meaning. The space where your eyes rest has no center. Attention does not gather anywhere. There is no place for focus to land. Everything feels evenly quiet, as if calm has spread out in all directions until there is nowhere left for it to move. Your eyes are not supported by effort. They are not held shut. They are not maintained by control. They rest because resting is the natural state here. Inside them, nothing is adjusting anymore. No tiny corrections, no fine-tuning. Everything has settled into perfect balance and remains there without attention. Your eyes do not receive signals from the world. They do not respond to sound, to movement, to subtle changes in the room. Those signals cannot reach this depth. The body continues its quiet rhythms somewhere far away. Breath rises and falls. The heart keeps its steady pace. But your eyes are no longer connected to these movements. They do not follow them. They do not respond. There is no awareness of a face, no sense of expression or shape. The idea of a face has dissolved completely. Your eyes are not part of an image of yourself anymore. Sleep here is not heavy. It is not light. It does not press down or lift up. It simply is, stable and complete. Your eyes are resting in a place where nothing contrasts with anything else. There is no brightness compared to darkness, no sound compared to silence, no movement compared to stillness. Everything is even, balanced, neutral. This neutrality is deeply soothing. It does not stimulate. It does not require processing. It allows everything to remain exactly as it is. Your eyes do not anticipate dreams. They do not prepare images. They are not involved in imagination. If dreams appear, they will arise from somewhere else, leaving your eyes perfectly undisturbed. There is no sense of the passage of night, no sense of hours moving forward. Time has no relevance here. It does not stretch or compress. It simply does not exist in a way your eyes can register. Your eyes are not waiting for morning. They do not know that morning exists. They rest outside of daily cycles, outside of waking and sleeping as concepts. The stillness here feels complete rather than empty. There is nothing missing from it. Nothing needs to be added. Nothing needs to be taken away. Your eyes do not feel separate from this stillness. They are not resting within it. They are part of it, inseparable, fully absorbed. Thought cannot survive in this space. If a fragment tries to form, it fades instantly, without resistance, without effort. Images cannot assemble. They have no surface to appear on. Your eyes do not support them. They remain untouched by mental activity of any kind. There is no sense of guarding or protecting. Your eyes are not monitoring safety. Safety is assumed at this depth. It does not need to be checked. Your eyes have returned to a state older than habit, older than memory, older than language, a state they knew before learning how to see. This state is stable and self-sustaining. It does not depend on silence or darkness or stillness in the room. It holds itself naturally. If the world shifts somewhere far away, your eyes remain unchanged. If a sound exists at the edge of hearing, your eyes do not respond. They remain exactly where they are. There is no effort left anywhere in your system, no tension waiting to release, no instruction waiting to be followed. Everything has already arrived at rest. Your eyes do not experience this as rest. They do not experience it at all. And that absence of experience is deeply peaceful. The night continues quietly beyond this stillness, but your eyes do not follow it. They do not mark its passing. They do not notice its movement. They remain steady, unshifting, at ease. This place does not deepen further. It does not change shape. It does not move toward anything. It simply continues, smooth and uninterrupted. Your eyes have finished every role they played during the day. They are no longer needed for awareness, for orientation, for understanding. They are free to remain exactly as they are. Nothing calls them back. Nothing invites response. Nothing reaches in. Your eyes remain absorbed completely into sleep, and sleep holds them effortlessly, without weight, without pressure, without awareness. And so everything stays as it is, quiet, balanced, whole, with your eyes resting deeply and you remaining fully asleep, held gently in a stillness that does not require attention, does not require images, does not require thought, and never needs to be seen. Your eyes remain resting in the same complete calm, unchanged and untroubled. There is no sense of movement now, not even the sense that movement has stopped. Everything is simply settled. The idea of progressing deeper has disappeared. Depth itself has lost meaning. Your eyes are resting in a state that does not measure more or less. It is whole, exactly as it is. There is no awareness of silence, because silence suggests something that could be broken. What exists here cannot be interrupted. It does not depend on quiet. It simply continues. Your eyes no longer register rest as a contrast to activity. Activity has faded so completely that rest stands alone, without comparison. The space behind your eyes feels neutral and even. It does not expand or contract. It does not brighten or darken. It remains the same moment after moment, without calling attention to itself. Your eyes are no longer connected to sensation. They do not respond to comfort or discomfort. They do not register warmth or coolness. They are resting beyond all physical signals. Breathing continues gently somewhere else. The body maintains its quiet rhythms, but your eyes are no longer involved. They do not follow these movements. They remain untouched. There is no awareness of lying down, no sense of being supported. The idea of position has dissolved. Your eyes are resting without reference to space. Thought cannot reach this place. There is nothing for it to attach to, no image to build upon, no structure to hold it. If a fragment of awareness flickers briefly, it fades before becoming anything. Your eyes do not receive it. They remain neutral and still. There is no boundary between sleeping and not sleeping anymore. That boundary has vanished. There is only this steady condition, unchanging and complete. Your eyes are not resting within this state. They are not separate from it. They are part of the same calm that holds everything else. There is no sense of guarding or vigilance, no background alertness waiting to rise. Everything that could respond has been released. Your eyes have returned to their most natural state, not closed, not open, but simply inactive in the most peaceful way. Time has no shape here. It does not move forward. It does not pause. It does not stretch. It is not perceived at all. Your eyes do not anticipate waking. They do not anticipate dreams. They do not anticipate anything. Anticipation itself has faded. The night continues somewhere beyond awareness, but your eyes do not follow it. They remain exactly where they are, unchanged. There is no effort anywhere, no holding, no releasing. Everything has already reached balance. Your eyes remain absorbed into sleep completely, and sleep continues without interruption, smooth and even, without images, without thought, without awareness. Nothing arrives to disturb this stillness. Nothing leaves to create absence. Everything is steady and whole. Your eyes remain at rest, and you remain deeply asleep, held gently in this uninterrupted calm, where nothing needs attention, nothing needs to happen, and nothing ever needs to be seen.